Greetings, friends. As always, it's an extremely high honor to welcome you back to Rick's Garage. Today we're going to try to repair a damaged stud on my pickup truck. This one right here, I marked it with white. Well, I don't want to get into replacing this stud. On most vehicles it's fairly easy, but in this vehicle it's a difficult process because this is one of these hat rotors where the emergency brakes are inside the rotor. They don't give you enough room to get the stud out. You'd have to cut this stud off, drive it out, and then you'd have to bend that backing plate to try to get the new stud in. You'd have to undo some of the shoe springs to get room to do that. And I just don't want to get involved in that. There's a big heavy flange in front of these emergency brake shoes that make them very difficult to work on. I replaced them several years ago, and it was a nightmare of a job. So anyway, I've got an interesting tool I just sent away from Steelman. What it is a thread chasing die that's in two pieces. So you can put it back here where the threads are still good and then back it out. So we're going to see how this works. These studs are 9/16 by 18. This is a 2011 model year. Now in 2012 they all went to metric 14 millimeter. But these are still the old 9/16. So what you do is you take your two halves of the die and you put them on back here where the threads are still good. Let's see if we can get it on there. There we go. All right. So that's on there where the threads are still good. Now the socket itself will hold it together. You need to have a 1 3/8 socket to use this tool, and it just so happens I do own one. So I'm going to spray a little bit of oil on here and we're going to see how this thing works out. Okay, I've got my ratchet on loosen with my big 3/8 1 3/8 socket. Okay, the socket is on there. Let's start turning it out and see how this thing works. You see it's turning fairly easily because there's no damage further in. It's all the damage is out by the end. Alright, we're getting into the area where it was damaged now, so I'm going to use the ratchet to back it out. I'm getting some resistance. It looks like I'm past it. Okay, there we have it. Now let's take a brand new lug nut and see if we can get it on there. It's a little tight, but it's going on pretty good. I'm able to put it on with my fingers. So it worked pretty good. I'm going to try to give it one more pass. There we have it. I'm going to turn it out by hand now. I'm getting to the part where it's starting to feel a little resistance. There we have it. Okay, after the second pass, let's see if the brand new socket goes on any better. Oh yeah, look at that. It's going right on there fairly nicely. Well friends, I'll finish putting this tire back on off camera. I don't need to bore you with that. I want to thank you once again for watching Rick's Garage. Before I go, I will post two videos to your left. One will be the sad story of how this stud got damaged in the first place, and the other will be something I hope you find of interest. And to your right, as always, will be a picture of my avatar in the form of my very trusty German Shepherd. By all means, feel free to click on that should you wish to subscribe to my channel. So thanks again for watching, and we hope to see you all very, very soon.